In the late 1800s, railroads were the main mode of transportation when traveling long distances. They were the link that determined a town's economic development. In 1869, citizens of Pueblo had begun advocating for a railroad connection. Town officials sent a proposal to the Union Pacific, but they could not be convinced. This led the officials to Denver and Rio Grande and argued that the industrial boom made it the economic center of southern Colorado. With the agreement of $100,000 to help with the construction of the tracks, in 1889, Union Depot was contracted for development in Pueblo. The railroad grew Pueblo's mining industry and brought hundreds of employees to work at Colorado Fuel and Iron. Nationally, it was common to have one railroad depot for every train, but Union Depot was to be part of a rising trend of housing numerous lines in one station. The building was designed with an immigrant waiting room, baggage area, men and ladies waiting rooms, central and dining halls, a kitchen, a laundry room, a barbershop, and a storage area. In a single day, 51 trains would roll through the station with over 18,000 people, including travelers, World War I and II troops en route to both coasts, and national politicians on their campaign routes. Some of the major railroads that traveled through Union Depot included lines destined for Denver, Chicago, Los Angeles, and Fort Worth. Following a flood warning on June 3rd, a severe rainstorm hit Pueblo in 1921. The rain caused both the Arkansas and Fountain Creek rivers to flood the heart of Pueblo with over 15 feet of water. Parts of the railways were washed out and freight train cars were crushed. The flood's devastation surpasses that of any other wildfire, flood, plane crash, or train wreck in the history of Colorado. Over 400 train cars were destroyed in the flood. The clock tower was cracked, and anyone in the upper levels of the depot was trapped until the waters receded. In the years following the closure of the passenger lines, Union Depot was added to the National Register of Historic Places. In 1990, the site was purchased by Kathy and Tim Miller, who renovated it to be the hub for parties, weddings, and celebrations such as the Oktoberfest. It was later sold to Joseph and James Kaloji, and to this day is still considered one of the grandest surviving railroad depots in the United States. In 2003, the Pueblo Railroad Foundation was formed to continue the activities of Pueblo Locomotive and Rail History Society. The museum includes the only surviving Colorado and Wyoming locomotives and cars, and more than 25 trains a day can still be seen passing by. Although it has been 44 years since the last passenger train came through Pueblo, that may soon change. In 2014, the Amtrak Southwest Chief Line that passes through Colorado on its way from Chicago is looking to upgrade the tracks. A bill was passed last year to extend the Amtrak train to go through Pueblo. More than 200,000 people use this train every year, and it is believed that this change will boost ridership in Colorado and help bring tourism dollars to the southern part of the state. For now, the station continues as the hub for parties and tourists, and whether it will be part of the new Amtrak line is unknown.